Here it is, about to go into the Willow Glenn tour meeting again. Thanks for watching. Hey, you could subscribe to this so you can catch it every single week where he got it up on YouTube. When you search for YouTube, just search for Willow Glenn tour. Hey, so Mike's going to talk about the properties that are on tour this week. We're going to go ahead and go over the stats, and then we'll toss it on over to Monica, who will go ahead and interview the crowd to find out what's not yet on. So watch, subscribe, and enjoy.
All right, so what's going on? The weather's been a little muggy. It's a beautiful day. It has been where fall is coming, right? Everybody see that? What are the signs that fall's coming? In the mornings when I walk Cosmo, it's cold, right? Football season, right? Football's coming?
Tonight. Come here.
The Giants. The 49ers are playing tonight, and then the other thing is kids are going back to school. Right, so the market is changing. I think we had traditional markets, and we've always kind of based our sales and talking to our clients about when school starts. But our market has been traditional. Our numbers are down, but I think, and this is just my opinion, and you can chime in on what you think. I think that the mentality of buyers and sellers have shifted to a lower number. So we've always had consistently. John Cost backed me up on this. Consistently at this time of year, we should have 150 to 180 homes for sale. Is that correct, RC? Yes, thank you. Right? So this time, I mean, most of you agree that's the number we should see. And with the low inventory going all the way down to 40 to 60 and staying there for so long, that when we got to 90, buyers and sellers are perceiving that as 190. Does that make sense? That our mindset has kind of shifted to a lower scale of market, so we'll kind of see what goes on. Hey, let's look at what happened in the last week as we look down the list. My eyesight's better, but my brain's not. So Newport Avenue, that actually was those two parcels that Marianne Holt had for sale. And we had talked, and I know I said this on the front porch, that whoever wrote the offer on this, you need to be very careful. Because these are two properties, and the bank is going to look at this as two purchases. Well, unfortunately, the first person who tried to do that didn't take my advice, and it bounced, and it didn't work out, and it ended up that Monica, of course, was able to put somebody in there and purchase that. So that first property is actually about $2.5 million. After that, Cherry Avenue, -2. Congratulations, John. How many offers on that?
Just one good one.
Just one good one. That's all it takes. I love that answer. All right. After that, Marcia. Anybody in here have a piece of that Marcia deal? Because that was 42 days. That was languishing on the market. Kirkmont, Glendale. Congratulations again, Monica. Glendale. Yeah, it's a Monica hour. Sheffield, Dry Creek. Did you have any of these other ones?
No, that's
okay, thank you. Oh yeah, because they start to get into the lower range, under 800,000. That's right. Okay. Sorry. Husted, Comstock, Ontario, Portofino, Sutro, Kertner, and Jerome. Once again, a span of 550,000 to 1,650,000, which shows that we have a very healthy market here in Willow Glenn. Our count is at 89. I think, John, you are really good at tracking numbers. What hit about 92 at the highest? Well, last week, this week. I think 92 was the highest, and that's the highest it's been in over a year. So our inventory is definitely climbing. I get that raw data from Dave each week, and it helps me with my clients so they can understand where the market's at. And that's not a plug for Dave, that's a help for me. So when we look at that, once again, 15 sales, Dave touched on that briefly, 13 sales. That really falls into our normal sales range. Gina, do you want to talk about your listing?
No.
No.
Love it.
No, love it. I love Gina. I love her. I love when she gets to the point. So now let's move on. Dave's got a quote up here. Don't let the fear of striking out hold you back. Babe Ruth. All right, so if you've got a home that's on the tour, come over and line up, and Monica's going to give a chance for you to talk.
Okay. Good morning, I'm Kelly Solberg. I have 1734 Dry Creek Road on tour this morning. It's just went on the market at $1,849,000. It's on the corner of Dry Creek and Sycamore Glen, just under a half acre. Beautiful. Tax records have it as a 5-bedroom. I think we'll all agree when we go see it as a 4-bedroom with a bonus rec room downstairs, 3 bedrooms upstairs, a beautiful master suite with a balcony overlooking the backyard park setting, historical Sycamore Glen trees set in the back, 100-year trees. They're absolutely beautiful. It's got a great curb appeal, circle drive, 3-car garage, and I'd love to get all of your feedback.
Hi, Doug Gosman from Keller Williams. I've got 2463 Briarwood Drive on tour today. It's a 3-2 TJ Martin home. Owner was there for 50 years. It's pretty much original, but very, very clean. It does have a screen-in patio in the back, very nicely done, not included in the square footage. It is vacant, so feel free to stop by anytime. We are going to have an open house this weekend as well. Thank you.
Hi, Lisa Wiseman with Intero Real Estate Services. I have 1543 Larkspur Drive. This is a wonderful home on a wonderful family neighborhood. Very little turnover. It has 4 beds, 2.5 baths, 1,945 square feet, almost a 9,000 square foot lot. Plenty of room for RV parking or extra cars. Hardwood throughout, and original family has owned it all these years. The kitchen does need some upgrades, and we are going to be open on Saturday and Sunday, so please bring your clients by and let me know what you think. My number is 408-591-7778. Thanks so much.
Great, and just so in case anybody missed it, Pine Avenue is sold, so we're gonna take that off the tour, so don't go to Pine Avenue.
Hello everybody, thank you for letting me come out and introduce the property. I'm Sherry Fellows, my husband and I are with PPA Development, and we did a completely remodeled, rebuilt house at 430 Snyder. It's 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, about 2,015 square feet. And it's basically done in a craftsman style, but with a lot of countless modern amenities to the house. And it would be great if you guys could come and give us your ideas and feedback on the property. Thank you so much.
Good morning, everybody. I have a beautiful Spanish 1,431 square feet in Willow Glenn, 3 blocks from downtown. It's that beautiful, cute little cottage that everybody's been looking for. It's always been maintained. When you open that pocket door, it just slides so nice and easy. It's even got the little milk opening in the back from where the milkman used to deliver the milk. And inside is still the little metal ring that says leave a pint, leave a quart, whatever. It's just always been maintained, and that's the nice thing about this house. It's hardwood floors, barrel ceilings, arched windows, and it's on tour this morning. So if you're coming to tour, we're going to see it. If you're not, stop by. And we'll be open Sunday. It's listed at $925, which I think, and everybody so far has told me, is a bargain. So come by and let's get it sold. Thank you very much.
Frank Herman with Intero. We have 1583 Dianza. It's a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, all in original condition, green bathrooms and all that good stuff. It's on a septic tank. We're listed at $799. I sold the house across the street for $870, and that was in original condition as well. We're gonna have lattes on Saturday, so we'll love your feedback. Thanks.
Hi, Pat Chadwell with Realty World. I've got 1673 White Creek Lane. It is in the Dry Creek Village complex. This floor plan is the most desirable floor plan for people that are downsizing. So people coming out of Los Altos, Saratoga, Willow Glenn, Almaden, find this very desirable as a floor plan. We have 3 bedrooms downstairs and a loft upstairs. It is updated. We have it listed at $735, and come on by.
Hi, I'm Suzanne Fries with Coldwell Banker. I have 1721 Whispering Willow Place. This is a 3,000 square foot property, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. And it's a unique property because it's only 12 years old and has never been lived in. So it's a brand new 12-year-old house. Go ahead and take a look at the Sub-Zero refrigerator. Looks like it's been opened a dozen times. So it's been professionally interior design and exterior landscaping, and really need help if anybody has any ideas about pricing. But by all means, come through the open house on Sunday.
Thank you, Monica. Hey, Mike was off his game today, so I'm going to go ahead and mention it because I kind of go over stats, and this is kind of statistically important. And, we do some things on the front of the page to call your attention to a couple of things. We bold the ones that are over 30 days on market, and we have a new category just for John Cost. Okay? So that is, you italicize if you have negative days on market. John has a negative 2 days on market with his Cherry Avenue. So good job. All right, so let's talk about what's going on with our stats. So if you focus over here on the TV, we've got the average of that front page, right? So let's look at what we did for this week. We're at 947, 714 for the week. And compared to this week last year, we were at 893. And as I've been saying over the last couple of weeks, those numbers are starting to get a little bit closer together. Our 12-week average, though, just so that we can keep things separated, we're a little bit above our 12-week average, which is nice. We're selling a little bit more expensive properties this week versus the 12-week average. And the 12-week average back in 2012 was 857. So we still are ahead of pace. And I did this really late, and I know that that 9% was last week's number because I know I didn't calculate it. So skip that gain. It's probably about that anyway, but I know that's not the exact number. As we move away from dollars and we look into units, and we look on that, I've actually brought in the 2011 numbers as well, just so you can kind of see where things have been going. As Mike said, you know, hey, our inventory dropped, it's usually a little bit higher, people are a little bit gun shy. Well, this kind of proves it a little bit further because we had 15 transactions this week, which is 2 more than last week, as you saw from the front page. But if you look at last year, this week, it was 21 and 21. Maybe we're a little slow because Make-A-Wish is going on this week, who knows. Our 12-week average, if you look at that, the average is 16, so we got pretty much average week at 15 for this year. It was 18 back in 2011, and 2012 we were at 22. Our count, though, so I know that this is really important for people to be able to communicate this information, and that's why I did bring up the 2011 numbers as well, because you can see we're basically 1 unit ahead of where we were for 2012, which I'm telling you, for Willow Glenn, that's a great deal in the sense that when you look at for sellers, I should say, when you look at other marketplaces, they are blowing away the 2012 numbers. So things are still very tight here in Willow Glenn, even though we've seen our numbers increase. Because if you look at our 12-week average, 89 versus 76 over the last quarter, basically, which is about where we were last year. And we go back to 2011, we were at 193. So you can start to see at this part of the year, 2 years ago, is when we started to see the drop in inventory. Hopefully, we'll start to see the rise again, make it a little bit easier for the buyers to get in and buy some properties. Oh, I've been actually doing a 1-year average as well, and the 1-year average is 63 for the count. I just thought it'd be a neat little weird statistic. When we move away from that, we've got the days on market. So days on market this year is still much faster than when we were in 2012 because we gobbled up all that inventory, right? So we have had less inventory to take a look at. As you saw, you know, the cost even has negative 2 days. But we're 33 days for this week, and if you look at the 12-week average is at 28, so we're about on par for where we're at for the quarter in regards to days on market. But you can see the 12-week average for 2012 starting to creep down to where we were for this year. So interesting for that. I know a lot of people like to share this information with clients, and I graph this once in a while. And I know I hadn't done it in a really long time. So this is actually taking some of those 3 most important numbers. So the green line represents the count or the available inventory of single-family homes in Willow Glenn. The blue line is days on market, and the yellowish orange number is the number of sales. So, you know, you can see how that number kind of declined and moved around a little bit, but you know, it's pretty straight. You know, if we look back in August of 2012, that number's just around 20, and as you know, we just went over it is in the teens. So that's the last 12 months. Here's the last quarter, and that's what the chart looks like for the quarter. So when I post the stats, you can grab these out to share with clients. And then just to keep you well-rounded and let you know what's going on in the rest of the county, I hinted towards that in regards to inventory. We actually saw some retreatment in regards to total available homes in areas 1 through 23. And this is actually going to be single family and PUD combined, whereas when we're doing the Willow Glenn numbers, we only do single families. So right now we're at 1864 versus last year at 1458. That's down 36 units for the week, and about a 28% increase of 2012 versus 2013. And I did do that math last night. So that number is accurate. When we look at our pendings are at 1983 versus 3122, or a difference of about 1,100 there, and that's up 26. So you can see our total availability has shifted just a tiny bit because we brought on 36 new. We went ahead and took away 26 for the week in regards to the pendings. And one of the things that I always like, and I think it's an easier thing to memorize, and that is the percentage of available homes. Now last week we were at 49 for our class 1, we're at 50.3 this year, and as you can see last year we were at 64%. So we're pretty much countywide a dead even number in regards to percentage of class 1 properties that are under contract. So it's making it really fair for buyer versus seller. I'm not saying it's a buyer's market, but obviously the numbers are calming down, so it's a little bit easier for buyers to get offers accepted. When we look at the class 2s, they're a little bit ahead of pace in regards to the class 1s because we're at 54%, but look at the jump differential in those over 1 year. It was at 78% this week last year, and we're at 54 for this week, this year obviously. So hopefully you found this information useful. You want to share it with clients. I do post this up on Facebook. I'm going immediately back to the office, but I do have a 10:30 appointment, so I'll do it after that. You can go ahead and type in that URL right into your browser and you get to it. It's also on your tour sheets. And if you're not on Facebook, you can email me and I'll be more than happy to get you a copy of this information as well. I'm going to turn it back on over to Monica.
Okay, we're all backwards. Okay, anybody have anything new coming up in Willow Glenn? Why don't you guys come to the center, that way Kyle can film you. So while you're doing that, I'm going to tell you about my 2 new listings that are coming up. So I've got one at 1750 Patio. Co-listed it with the Los Altos agent. It is a beautiful, beautiful house. It's 1 single story. It is 4 bedrooms, just under 4,000 square feet on a big, large lot, about 15,000 square feet. No pool, all remodeled, big, beautiful rooms. It has 2 master suites, so it's perfect for if you have a elderly parent that wants to live with you or something. That'll be coming on the market in a few weeks. If anybody wants to see it prior, please let me know. We're getting it staged. It will be $1,850,000, and that's at 1730 Patio Drive. Then I also have one on Dry Creek Road. I didn't bring the address with me, but it is a beautiful remodeled house. It's got electric gates to get inside. It's on the Campbell-Willow Glen border. It'll be $1,399,000 with a 15,000 square foot lot. So it's a really nice property. It's about 3,000 square feet if anybody wants a Dry Creek property.
Good morning, everyone. Terry Kelly with Intero Real Estate Willow Glen. I've got a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, about 2,000 square foot home on Georgetta coming up in a week. It's got an 8,500 foot lot with a pool in the back, and it's well done inside, remodeled totally with recessed lighting, new upgraded kitchen and bath, separate family room, nice large living room, dining area. Everything's done to the nines. We're going to be asking $1.1 million, and that's coming on in a week.
Can you give the address?
1464 Georgetta. I forgot to mention one thing that was unique about that property on Georgetta. It's the fact that it has off-street parking if they have big toys. Like it'll fit a 35-foot RV without exposure to the street easily on the side yard because it's a massive lot. I just thought I'd put that in there in case somebody has a big boat or a trailer or something that they can't fit in a garage.
Brian Tanger, Sereno Group. I have a listing that just came on, 864 Twin Brook, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,861 square feet. And for you guys, the reason I bring it to your attention, for a lot of people that have buyers in Willow Glen, even though it's about 2.5 minutes from downtown, it falls into a little pocket right behind the creek. So it's area 9, and it's 95126. So if you have searches, you won't even pull it up. But it's a beautiful home, listed at 869,995. I put some flyers back here. We'll be open on Saturday, Sunday. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Susan Golden. I have a listing coming up in about, I think we'll see it in about 2 weeks. It's on Hill Park Drive near Door Park. Walking distance to the park, walking distance to Park Wilshire Pool. It'll be $849. It's a 3 and 2, 1,450 square feet. Absolutely gorgeous. The seller did everything to the nines. And so hopefully we'll see it in about 2 weeks. Thanks.
Hi, Joe Wilson, Intero Willow Glen. I've got coming up in about 2 weeks, maybe a little bit less, 1536 Mackey Avenue. If you don't know where that is, it's over on the east side of Bird, near Creek Drive. It's a 4-3, 1,485 square feet, 6,300 square foot lot. It's got remodeled kitchen and baths, hardwood floors, double pane windows, a nice outside patio. They're just finishing up the landscaping right now, but there's probably about a dozen little dwarf fruit trees that are all bearing fruit right now. 2-car attached garage and priced at $675, so great starter home for somebody in Willow Glenn. I've also got 1459 Kiner Avenue. That's also going to be probably 2 weeks. That's a 4-bedroom, 4-bath, 2408 square feet, 8,200 square foot lot. Remodeled kitchen, granite, stainless, remodeled baths, hardwood floors, double pane windows, central air, attached 2-car garage. That one's going to be about 1.25 million, and like I say, that'll be about 2 weeks. Joe Wilson in Taro. Thank you.
I had a better terminology for it, but I'll leave it at that. Lynette Moorhead's got has got a listing coming on next week. Not on MLS yet. It's 1221 Glen Avenue in Willow Glen. A 4-bedroom plus a den, over 2,000 square feet with about an 8,000 square foot lot. This is a flipper. Her contractor has flipped the property. It's got granite countertops, all the things that one would expect. Listed for right about $1,250,000. So look for it on tour next week.
Yeah, for the good of the order, you know, a lot of people are out playing Make-A-Wish this week, which is obviously the softball tournament put on by Chicago Title. And the championship games are happening on Friday. There's the schedule for the A's and the B's.
Is Dave awesome or what?
A's, minor B's. And I just see Doucette going, what? What's that? Don't worry, you'll get an email later. You'll get an email later, don't worry. But basically just wanted to highlight a couple of things. And basically that there's games 9, 10, 10:15, 11:30, and then there's a break, right? So all you that are not playing on a team, that's your opportunity to come on out for $2 hot dogs and $2 beers and support a great cause. And they're selling raffle tickets, and there are some awesome prizes that they're going to be giving away out there at Twin Creeks. And you know, they're just trying to raise money so we can make a wish for those Make-A-Wish children. It takes $10,000 to do so. So any support that you can come, even just buying a $2 raffle ticket, everything helps. So. And Ramona's got tickets today, and I think Eric's in the room from Chicago Title as well, and he probably has some tickets as well. So just kind of want to make sure everybody was aware of that. There's going to be like a live band, Rusty Characters out there DJing, so it's going to be like a lot of fun as well. So in case you want to support that. I know I've gone too long.
No,
so.
Never too long, Dave. You are never going too long.
Thank you, Mike.
Mrs. Walker.
I just wanted to let you be aware that MLS is now looking at reviewing the areas. So if you're interested in that, you can go on the SCORE website, I believe. I'll find out.
I don't know the link.
But anyway, and put in input on how they're talking about going to zip codes only for areas. And then I personally prefer the way they do it up the peninsula with smaller neighborhood areas. So you can define the areas a little bit smaller. It's easier for CMAs, easier for if somebody says, I want to look in Willow Glen, you won't have things that are really Rose Garden, things that are really on Communication Hill, that kind of thing. So if you're interested in more information, talk to me, Jackie Walker with Coldwell Banker, 408-603-7001.
Thank you, Jackie. That's good information, but that is a hotbed topic. We all know the prices between Foxworthy, north of Foxworthy and south of Foxworthy could be, what, $50,000 to $100,000 difference because of a block? And there is actually a group of individuals, what,
We might want
the little voice in my ear.
We might want to invite MLS to come here and do an early 9 o'clock meeting.
Ooh.
Great idea.
Well, okay, we'll talk on that too.
Yeah.
Susan, you're setting that up, thank you. But there's a letter that was written by a group of homeowners who are in 95125 but are not in Area 10. And they purchased their home knowing this, but now that they own it, they want the value of Area 10. Area 10 is a very valuable area. When people search properties, you know it's Willow Glen. So when you're on the fringes of that area, you still take the value of your property coming up on the listing. So that is really a hot topic. We may want to have somebody coming from the MLS. Thank you, Jackie. Would you work with that too?
I am working on it.
To bring somebody in to talk?
No, with the MLS.
But could you bring somebody in?
I'm doing it right now.
Susan's on it. God, I love you. You two talk. All right. So, anyways, I want to thank everybody. If you look at the names up there, I wanted a couple of the great names that are up there. Pitch Slap. Inspect This. Cold Beer Bankers.
Balls optional.
I'm not going to say that. Garlic Garlic Bums. But Robert Billy Martin Doucette, I hear, is out there making a lot of steam about teams being not good. You know, if you attend the managers meeting, you can voice your opinion then. I had to say that. All right, so we have to move on. I'd rather go out and ride my bike at the beach, but we need to go look at some houses. So if everybody like to grab some food on your way out, find a friend, and we will see you at the first house. Have a great day, and thank you for being here.